events, the two-in-one events. 50 years of you being broadcasting and also 25 years of BOS. How does it make you feel, sir?
Very, very exciting, thanking God that we're not just throwing up 50 years in the air for the sake of it, 50 active years of broadcasting. But for you coming, I was actually writing a few scripts. I have those who are doing it. I don't even voice anymore, you do all the things, but you were listening to a few things that you heard me voicing 15 years ago. So this will be passing the baton. That way we can survive with the vicissitudes of the problems that come after problems in Nigeria. 50 years of broadcasting and 25 years of running my own business, so to speak. Very thankful to God. I go to church, that's the first thing I say all the time. That I'm this strong, don't have any health problems. That hindering me from performing the thing that I've done all my life, radio and TV broadcasting. That's my work, all of my life has revolved around that. So I'm very happy that about 2 or so days to the event, it's been a flurry of congratulations from friends and those who've done business with, and those who are very, you could call them die-hard fans of BOS. And I must say to you that we reached out to more than, well, probably so, I thank God for that, more than anyone who's doing this kind of business. We've been to more than 36 states and Abuja more than 4 times. You know, ours is, you are going to show the things we illustrated with the shots. We do quite a lot of that, and we're thanking God for it.
He has made the 2 milestone events phenomenal.
Let me be honest with you. I was there when you turned 60, and quite a lot were talking about you. You didn't do things because of the monetary gains. You did things because you wanted to support people. And that will come to you in quite a lot of returns. So in our case, I've said it there elsewhere, and I'm saying it again, that I have quite a lot of goodwill returns that will last me to my lifetime if I live to over 100 years. And these are the things that happen to me with those that I've interacted with in different parts. So I don't do things because there's money involved. I do things based on the kind of passion that I have for it. And I must thank God that I'm getting quite a lot of things in return in that aspect. And that's why 50 years doing this, 25 years also with my business, it's just a very good story to tell, to thank God about.
Let's take the first part, 50 years in broadcasting. How have you been able to sustain the 50 years? Because I know it's kind of radio, TV broadcasting. How? I mean, the two.
Maybe I should tell you, I should take you back to how my dream actually materialized. I materialized and I gained traction across the world, so to speak. I became interested in broadcasting by listening to news via radio vision in those days. I'm talking about between 67 and 71 at the Kiriji Memorial College at the Bolu and local government of Osun State. Ibadan, actually, that's my hometown. So I listened to radio, and whose voices, what was I hearing? Voices like those of Iken and Dagoba on radio, big, booming voice like that. And Ishola Farosho for television, that's for radio commentating. So I just said to myself, why haven't I to do this? And thank God my principal of blessed memories, taking my life, gave me the leeway to write news. I mean, go about the different environment, our environment actually, put it in the form of news, then read it to the assembly of about 500 people. And then when there are matches between our school and other, matches, right when I also played football, I was a goalkeeper, I would have to do the commentaries. They would stand the match down for me until I come to do the commentaries. And I was I could call it popular in the literary and debating society. That was where I honed my skills for speaking and the rest of it. And I said, let me not waste this talent that the Lord has endowed me. So after leaving school, I began to search to see where I could get them placement. That's how come in 1975 I birthed with the Broadcasting Corporation of the BOS. I read the news there, the likes of Alex Condi of Blessed Memories, the top DJ man reads the news of beautiful ones, and Joe Adebute. So we were those he's my contemporary, but Alex is a bit older than us. But we ran it. But what shocked me out there, what distinguished me was the request show that I presented at the time with the multilingual prize that thank God for. So we're doing requesting, they call it Wazobia request, Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. In fact, we flowered it with some pigeon. I had a lady called Tony Egbumo. She was pairing me on it. And as I've said everywhere, I'm proud to say it again, that fetched me my wife, actually. And our marriage is 44 years this year. We have 5 children, 5 grandchildren, 3 of them are boys and 2 girls. That's what the grandchildren still counting. But we had the last one, who we call the last car, 31 this last, an engineer brings one of those helping me to, those are passing the baton to them. So that's how we think. Okay, then I just thought that I shouldn't just end my broadcasting career with the BCOS, with Broadcasting Corporation of Houston. I said I have to look forward. That's how FRCN came calling, and I had to get myself engaged with FRCN from external service of Radio Nigeria, where I also read the news. I did programs the likes of John Momo, Bisi Momo, that we call it, we read the news together. And Money on Money, Jerome Rose News. Both sides there, Yamu, Patrick Doyle, these are all. Patrick Doyle was a lot younger, but then we were rolling it together. So that's it. And you read the news. Maybe I should stand as the one that had read the news for the longest stretch of time, or 22 years or something, non-stop, before I left the radio. And the greatest thing that happened, which everybody's still talking about, is having become the pioneer head of Radio Nigeria 3. Radio Nigeria is a multilingual station. A station that broadcasts in Igbo Hausa, where Igbo Hausa speaks Yoruba. So doing it the professional way now. We had those who had gone to university to study. So that helped me, further sharpening my vocabulary and my knowledge in these languages, including Yoruba, my own language, Yoruba. So that helped me a great deal. That shot me to greater heights. All of this is helping me to expand my scope, expand my reach. So all of this have helped me to stay going strongly, even at my age. I'm 72 by this next couple of months, and 50 years of broadcasting, active broadcasting. 25. Actually, BOS was 25 years last year. But then we just said, let's step it down so we can learn the truth. And that's it. and the outpouring of emotions, congratulations, and everybody said, "Where are we going to be? Can I have a car to come?" and all that. So it's been overwhelming at the time of that.
Let me also have you tell us about the fact that you speak the three major languages fluently, and how did you develop that, and how has that helped both your years in broadcasting and also the BOS show?
Yeah, that's a thing that should further expose to the world that I'm just a gifted person, I'm just extraordinarily gifted. Because how do you explain the situation? I'm Yoruba, the whole world knows. I grew up in the north. And Igbo that I speak as fluently as I speak Yoruba. Read and write. I read the news, write in it. I learned in Kano. I lived in Kano for 13 years of my growing up formative years and all that. The two languages that I was able to speak very interestingly were Hausa and Igbo. I couldn't speak a smashing of Yoruba. So that was why my father and I said, "You have to go to school in my town." It was not that I like to go to school, but my father said, "You have to." But it pays me in the end. Because the Yoruba that I was not able to speak, now I'm a master. At the end of the day, I had an A for my wife in 67. I mean 71, I'm sorry. And in addition to the Yoruba itself, even my dialects, were like, you speak like Ijesha. Most people call me Olatilo. It's not Olatilo. Olatilo. That's the way you call me my dialect, Ijesha. So that helped me a great deal. I could understand Yoruba very well, proverbs and the rest of it, and particularly my own dialect, Bajo. So that's the thing that dazzles quite a lot of Igbo people. They all need the Obiorganism doesn't speak to me in any other language but Igbo. So Tell Sokoto will speak to me in Hausa. And that is why we're going to have the Emir of Kano, I say consider him the Emir of Kano, Adoba Yaro, one of the special guests at my event on Tuesday, 13th of May. He's coming with a huge delegation because it insists that I am technically a Kano boy, which is true. So that's it.
When you also see, I haven't lived in different parts of the country and grown up there. What do you make of the challenges we've been having over the years? All of us coming together as one. And
you heard what your His Excellency Babatunde Fashola said. Actually, he said we should stop saying it is the difference between languages and what do you call it? Languages and religion. It shouldn't cause any problem. We're using that as an excuse, and I think the politicians are cashing in on that, unfortunately. In our time, it wasn't as bad as this. I mean, I just told you a story about me, a Yoruba man, living in Kano and being able to pick and understand Igbo, because we lived amongst ourselves. We are predominantly Christians, and they are Muslims. All right? When they have their different events, like the Salah and all that, we went with them to rejoice with them. We had our own little things. They also came and rejoiced with us. You never knew the difference amongst us. It's so sad that we've got to this level. I don't know when we're going to be able to get out of it. But the important thing I also want us to take a look at now is the fact that the Yorubas, the Igbos, the Hausa, there's quite a lot of love going on amongst us. When we see ourselves, the way we embrace ourselves, the way we discuss and all that. But for what do you call that? I think go there. The politicians, because of what they want to put in their pockets. Not thinking of Nigeria. So sad. So I don't know when we will return to those good old days. Each time I have to talk, I say, when did we miss it? Or how did we miss it? How did it come about? Can we actually go back?
Yeah, I want you to talk about how we look to maintain, the health and refreshingly young look. So that's true. Unless you actually tell someone your age, I mean,
I was at the island, the curriculum the other day. All of them, they stood up and said, you can't be telling us the truth. You know what I said to them? I said, it is packaging. Somebody said, you've been packaging properly from time. That's the packaging that don't work. No, I just thank God for it. What I try to do is that I'm happy that I applied the grapes in very good time. I was drinking, I was smoking, and a little bit of the normal life that we in the entertainment business indulge in. But my wife can't understand till tomorrow whether she's still seeing me or is a ghost. That me that will drink and the rest of it, I have all kinds of accidents. You know that kind of accident? When they come there, this man is dead. Somehow I will not do that. So why should I overstretch my luck? So on my own, I just said no. In fact, I left drinking and so on and so forth. And it's just, as I say jokingly, in some places, very soon, maybe I've just opened my church self. But in fairness, my wife is the one keeping our marriage together, keeping the family together with prayers and everything. I will say that about her anytime.
So how do you plan to celebrate all of this successes?
What we have, actually, we've seen a couple of
yes.
Even the newspapers that you have, thank you very much. You actually started it. The newspaper, city people have seen that. How we intend to do it will be Tuesday, the 25th. I'm sorry, the 13th of May, 2025, at the Moson Center. It's going to be a very well packed event. We're having to tap from the experiences of the Gen Zs and the millennials, the younger ones. Let them come and tell us what they think about the social media, do's and don'ts. What should they do? What should they do? So let's give it to them. Let them be the ones to tell us. So we're going to have about 4 of them, somebody moderating amongst them. Mr. Donald Duke, former governor of Cross River State, will be one of maybe the first person that engaged her services, BOS, when he was on as the governor. So he knows how powerful the BOS is. In fact, he will go a step further to talk about the evolution of the Bisi Olatilo. How come it's become that powerful? Because in those days, they're even more powerful than some mainstream television stations. I say that with a lot of pride and thanks to God. So it's like everybody wants us to have to be on the show. We started this thing by just covering up mere parties, as I say. But what did we do that was different? We brought all our training in broadcasting to play. Because what you see, for those who cover it, just throw it in the air and the text there. But we dig into it, give you all the things you need to know about it. Then very good coverage, the best voices, best range of voices. So that became like the toast. I mean, in the north, all the states that you know, just name them. We were like number 1 on the agenda for coverage of events, both social and political. All right. But so we're going to be celebrating ourselves, as you must have seen, and when you came here, our platforms will be going back in time. Look at this one. Governor Rochas of Corruption will celebrate the arrival of the double barrel. Well, that's about 12 years ago. All right. So we're going to have the BOS Awards. We're going to give them out for all those who've been dealing with us, doing business with us, who've been encouraging us. We have the governors on the list. Governor of Lagos State is one of them. Governor of Enugu State. Governor of Delta. Governor of Akwa Ibom. Governor of Kano, who says Kano is my town. I mean, so it should be there too. And let's go to the governor of Bayelsa, governor of Ekiti. And we have all the guys who have been with us from the beginning. I mean, that's what Dangote, when he was going around the whole of Africa, selling industrialization and all that, we were going with him. Tanzania, Gambia, and the rest of it. So we're also honoring him. That's the legal Dangote, you see, right? The Boer man, too. You know, when he started cement in Okwela, he chose us to cover it. And ever since, we've been friends and he's been supporting us. Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu will also be celebrated. Will be honored rather. Then, as for the banker of the year, we decided to give it to a woman who has been supporting us for a long time. Dame Dr. Adaura Omoji, who the MD and CEO of the Zenith Bank. And as for the bank of the year, that's the bank of the year is Nigeria's oldest surviving indigenous bank, which is Wemaba, who's celebrating 80 years this year. And of course, you know, Barrister Mrs. Uju Fejikat has done very well for herself. And she is the entrepreneur of the year. So that's it. The grand award actually the grand awards go to Mr. President and his wife. And incidentally, the BOS that nobody's talking about, that the whole world knows more than I who created it, started during his time as governor. So we're giving him President Bola Tinubu and the wife, Senator William Tinubu, a special award. That's event. By the way, Senator Bola Tinubu was amongst those who even presented awards when we turned 20. She was there physically. And she's the Bola Tinubu, the Tinubu family is very close to us. And we've been together the last close to 30 years. Then we also say we should celebrate ourselves. So we're giving the owner of Arise TV, Prince Ndeko Baigona, what we said about him is that he is the one that did the most outstanding disruption in the media with Arise TV. That's why everybody watches this thing. Then as for my very good friend, John Momo ON, I would say his station should be credited and accorded the recognition of the most professionally run television station. And that's true. And in fact, NMMA and the Nigerian Media Merit Awards have given them that kind of award in the last 16 years and still can't do. So couldn't have been wrong in that. We said, okay, the man who took entertainment to the world, took Nigeria's entertainment to the world in different aspects. Senator Ben Murray Bruce will also have an award at that event. But of course, let's talk about the man who, after God, I say it's him in my life. Sir Kensington Adebutu, we would say he's going to be given the award of the most supportive. My supporter for life, actually. And of course, Raymond Dr. Senegal Bless. So that's the man who still remains the backbone of which Biscom Communication has been existing since we started business with them about 30 years ago. But for him, I say it everywhere, I'm not pouring any favor here. Maybe when I've been talking about this communication, a dead enterprise. But he has done so well with us. So we want to also celebrate him. But the man who has turned Abuja around in terms of what do you call that? different types was this improvement all over the place. Infrastructural development. The FCT minister, who, by the way, he retained our services on BISCOM, on BOS, when he was governor in River State. We were covering him every week on AIT and on a daily basis on BISCOM TV, our 24-hour platform. It goes out on GoTV and YouTube and all that. So we say he's nice man, super projects gentleman. So we're giving him that day. And what have I not said now? So that's how it's going to look. And we're hoping that, as we normally do with us, you come and help us cover it. We've extended invitation to all the TV and radio stations to come and that. Some will actually take it live. AIT has promised to do live with us. Channel is still thinking about it. It might work with channels and Silver Bird. But we've extended the invitation to all.